So, Amplify members, here's your mobility focus for the month. These are things that we put together that are going to help increase your flexibility in the wrists, to help your front rack, increase your wrist with shoulder overhead and your narrow grip and your clean grip, or your overhead grip in the sense of overhead squats or snatches. Okay? The first wrist mobility we have here is with a red band, the thicker red band. Okay? And what Lauren's going to do is she's going to focus with her palm away from the pull-up rig, putting some tension to that band. She's going to take her opposite hand, lock her hand down, squeeze the elbow in where it's locked in, and then her shoulder's going to be driven into the floor. She's going to put weight into that wrist and make circles to the left, to the right, full circles, half circles. She's just going to make some movements, as we call flossing, through the wrist with that band. You're going to do this about 30 seconds to a minute, okay? And then switch over, okay? That's good. All right, your next movement is you're going to take the green band, okay? And we're going to call this a shoulder four-way band stretch. Shoulder four-way band stretch. Again, this is going to help you with a series of things. Help your front rack position, okay? Help your overhead position, or help your snatch grip, or your overhead squat. So, front rack, overhead squat, or shoulder to overhead. We're going to help your shoulders warm up to that. The first one is going to be a lat stretch, so you're going to feel it within your lats and in your rear delts. So she's going to walk forward, okay? And she's going to take a step forward, try to keep her torso up. And as she leans forward, you're going to feel it in your lat and outside your shoulder. To help keep that elbow into your ear, she's going to take your opposite hand, grab it with her elbow, and just grab it with the elbow, and then pull it in. And then from here, you're just going to lean a little forward and find that stretch in here. Again, 30 seconds to a minute, because we're giving you a lot of things to do in a 5-minute span. Okay? That's one of them. She's going to take the other one. We're going to concentrate on that again. She's going to take it back, wrap it through, grip over the top, then rotate the palm up. She's going to kick that same leg band out. So if you're right-handed, you're going to kick that right leg out. You're going to kick it as far as you can to where you're bending at the hip and the knee, and put your shoulder right over the quad. So I'm going to have her bend over more and at the hip. Hip down. Good. And then if you need to apply more pressure, you just widen this back leg out more. Okay? We're going to add a little something to that. We're going to have her head lean away from her arm. So it's going to tie her neck into that with her lats. So we're going to go lats, rear delt, front delt, anything with the shoulder that's sticky for you. We're all going to be a little different. And then tying a little neck into that. Okay? And relax. Okay, so we have our elbow through, walking forward. Then we have the lean back. Elbow or hand stretch out above your head. That's all stretching out the lat and the shoulder. These next two are going to come across or come outside. So she's going to walk away from the band. The feet are going to be facing forward. Then she's going to rotate this outer foot and this outer shoulder away and look forward. As she does that, you're going to feel the stretch on the front delt coming into her chest. Okay, again, this might help with your shoulder to overhead, or a snatch grip, or an overhead squat, okay? She's going to relax it. Now she's going to turn the other way, and then feet her forward, and then she's going to, again, just torque that outside foot and the outside shoulder, look outside, and then this time she's going to feel it from the rear delt, coming down into her lat, or maybe her traps, whatever's maybe tight on her, okay? And relax. Again, this is going to help us full range of motion for you guys that have a hard time doing snatches, shoulder overhead, or even front back position. Okay? Your last one, your last bit of homework, she's going to take a foam roller. She's going to load herself up somewhere on a pull-up post if it's available, or you can take a heavy kettlebell. You can use a kettlebell too. This one's going to be tricky because you guys aren't going to be comfortable where to place the foam roller initially, but ideally we want to throw it behind you, somewhere in the thoracic region. So it's going to be slightly below the shoulder blade. All right? And then she's going to lean on it, and then she's going to raise her hips and knees so she can reach above her and below the pull-up post as low as she can. Once she has gripped that, she's going to stretch her hips down, and she's going to stretch her legs out too. Stretch your legs. So we're going to slam this or push this down, let the thoracic get pushed out. I'm actually going to have her head come through a little and poke and resist the pull-up grip. There we go. Now we got a big thoracic showing here. Good, and relax. That's going to be a little uncomfortable when you're going to get this opened up. Again, some of you have a hard time going shoulder overhead, but keeping this down. This is going to become more mobile to keep that down. Overhead squats, being able to go here, that's going to keep you more mobile in that thoracic. So it doesn't look like this, where you have your chest, and you're doing one of these, or one of these. It's going to help your positioning. tying it down, overhead, overhead, okay? Maybe tying it down with the front squat, okay? So wrist mobility, shoulder mobility, thoracic mobility. These are things that we want you to work on as often as possible for the next month. And let this week be a test week. And if you keep doing it through the end of the month, let that be a retest week and see if those things become better. Okay? That's the mobility for the month. Cool.